different type of video today. Going to be talking about something which we talk about off camera quite a bit, and that is casting. Because I think a lot of people overlook how important casting is to a film. It can make or break it. Yes, more important than that is getting the right director on.
Yeah.
Someone who can take a good script or a bad script and make it good or make it great. But if you have a bad director, nothing is happening with the movie. But if you cast badly, no one's going to like the film.
Yeah, if you cast poorly, people just immediately discount it. They'll say, no, I'm not going to go watch that, or, oh, why do they choose these people? No, I'm not feeling it.
I don't buy it. That's the big thing.
Yeah, it's the believability factor.
Hey, NarendraTheComic again!
Nonsense!
Yes, and right now we're going to be talking about the Fantastic Four and who should potentially be cast in that film. Now, it's coming out either next year or the year after, so there's not that much time for them to be choosing who's going to be in this movie. So we thought we might as well put this out there at this point. Well, we've talked about this off camera.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe we should talk about this on camera.
All right.
Let our opinions be lambasted and attacked.
That's what we do, and that's okay. But let's start off with the main two, Reed Richards, Susan Storm. Who is it going to be?
Krazzers and Krazzers Misses. No, Emily Blunt and John Krasinski. It's nailed on. If you don't do that, you're literally kicking a gift horse in the mouth. You know, it's looking a gift horse. You're kicking it in the mouth if you don't do that.
Yeah, guys.
Like, the memes are crazy.
Yeah.
The fan art is insane. Some of the suit designs look incredible. Take that shit and use it. That's how good it looks.
The reason people want it is because it's such a clear line. They've already worked together before, and taking leading roles in the MCU, I can see them signing on for something like that.
I think the great thing about them is, while they're in their early 40s, I think, they can play 35. They can play maybe slightly older, slightly younger than that, but they can't play 30. They can't play 28. I don't think that's realistic.
They can't, and I wouldn't want them to play that.
No.
There is a chance that the MCU will take them younger, I mean, as characters, and not go for Emily, not go for John.
I don't want it. If you're not going to cast them, at least go older with it, because I don't think we want a 23-year-old Reed Richards. I think maybe you could get away with a 30-year-old, just not them.
Yeah.
But I think they're the guys to do it. I think those two should be there without a shadow of a doubt. Everyone around them should be fit to them.
Yeah.
Because those guys are the stars of this film. Plus, the great thing about casting them as 35-year-olds is you can cast Johnny Storm to be 20, 25, 28, whatever you want. Whereas if you cast them as 42, it is difficult to cast Johnny Storm as 22.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. I know he's a hot mess, but that's too young to be her brother.
It's a bit much, isn't it? But with Johnny Storm, there are question marks, because the meme choice is Zac Efron.
But even though it's a meme choice, I do see him in the role.
Yeah.
He also has crazy star power. And he really, really fits. You see that face and you see the swagger that he brought to roles like Baywatch. And he just fits right in perfectly.
Yeah, movie star.
That is basically Johnny Storm's vibe, right? There are other options that I know you've come up with.
Yeah.
Lay them on.
There aren't that many, to be honest, who I can think of who are A-list, B-list actors. But if I'm going to go with one, I'd say someone who's actually been cast in the MCU already now, but someone who I thought from a year ago, 2 years ago, could potentially play Johnny Storm, and that was Will Poulter. Before he had his glow up, people saying, oh my god, Will Poulter. I said, nah, this guy is a good actor, regardless of anything else.
Wow, you had the forethought.
I did, and I think he looks similar enough to Emily Blunt where you can get away with their siblings.
I see it, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's English, she's English.
Oh, but now he's been cast.
Now he's been cast as Adam Warlock. That's not going to be happening. But the alternative choice is Logan Lerman. I think Logan Lerman is tough. I've never seen him as blonde, so I'm not sure how he looks.
Ooh, I think he could kill it. Yeah. You're right, he's a very good actor.
He's a good actor.
And it follows the right feeling.
Yeah.
And it's the feeling that casting is all about.
And then the only person left is The Thing. And I think The Thing is the one they can cast an unknown and make them into a serviceable actor in the industry.
Yeah.
You don't need to cast a huge star as The Thing. I think the way to go with this, and it's maybe controversial, is you actually cast a disabled actor as The Thing. This is out there, alright? We say maybe adhere to most characters. Don't be changing shit up just for the sake of it. But I think for The Thing's character, there's not much there as his character.
Yeah.
He is the funny, sassy blob.
Yeah.
That's what he is.
His character itself is kind of boring.
Yeah.
And one of the problems with The Thing's characters, you don't see his face. No big name actor is going to want to be associated with being The Thing because their face isn't going to be on screen.
Yeah.
So The Thing is a character where you can cast basically an unknown and bring them into the limelight.
I think, and this is crazy shit, I think they should go with a veteran who has a disability and that is run through the film and the Thing is actually disabled. Because if it's an injury from war, whether it's a hand or an arm or a limb, people talk about representation all the time, but it needs to be done in a way which works for the story.
Yeah.
And I think with the Thing, you can make it so his disability is not something that holds him back.
No.
You can make it so his disability is something which is a water off a duck's back for him. It's like, I acknowledge it, it's there, but I am myself, and on top of that now, I'm an inspiration for other people. And I think that's a very big thing.
I think with the Thing, his character in the comics is kind of boring apart from his sassy one-liners. And if you add this element to his character, it adds layers to him. He is somebody who has faced adversity, who doesn't want to be defined by his disability.
No.
He doesn't want to be seen for his disability. And with the Thing, it's the idea that he goes from being the disabled man who thinks he's being visualized as the disabled guy, and decides that I'm going to be the Thing, and people are going to see the orange me first, and it doesn't matter that I'm disabled. And I'm going to decide who I am myself.
I'm taking ownership of my own life while being the Thing. It's very different, because a lot of the harder hitting stories of the Thing are him struggling with him being the Thing, because it's taken away his humanity. But I think you can spin this in a very good way, which is he's found ownership in himself becoming more than human.
Yeah.
More than what he was.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
And I think that would actually be a really great form of representation on screen.
Doesn't
palatable.
feel shoehorned. Because sometimes it can feel really, really overdone.
Yeah.
But I think when you have it right and the story fits it and you run in with him actually being a military vet and you have him being Reed Richards' childhood friend and he's head of their security or something, you can play a story around that. All that stuff is inbuilt because of the stuff that's been laid out of his character as to where he is right now. And you don't need to explain what's happened. You know what's happened.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot there. Of course, we could be talking absolute shit, but I do think Johnny Storm, difficult casting, Krasinski and Emily Blunt.
They're the choice picks.
Just do it. And then when it comes to the Thing, I think there's a real opportunity there to make a different casting call. And normally I'm not for that. But I think with this, if the story's right and it serves it well, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I think so too. I will say in the past, there's been this trend when there is a disabled character, that they're disabled to begin with, they gain a power and they become able-bodied.
Right.
I have a problem with that. When you get your power and you're going to become able-bodied, it's the wrong messaging for people out there who don't have that option in real life. And that is absolutely wrong.
I think that's the big thing with this idea of the Thing. With him being potentially disabled on one arm, maybe two arms, I don't know what it might be. It's not only when he's in his human form, so it's something which is visible and it's present, but it doesn't impede him being a superhero. He's still capable to do things no one else can.
Yeah, and people are going to look at him and go, oh my god, that's the Thing.
Yeah.
He's huge and he's orange and he can smash shit.
Yeah.
And that's sick, and he still has his witty one-liners.
Something else about disabled characters in general media is oftentimes they're the villains, right?
Yeah.
They're generally, oh, they're the bad guy. So I think having a good guy being disabled is probably a good thing as well.
Yeah.
But then you have cases of Jane Foster, right? She's someone who's very, very sick. But then when she becomes Thor, she's no longer sick. I think those are very cheap stories to make. They feel flimsy and boring in my opinion. So if you can make something sturdy and something that people will believe without making it feel cheesy, you have something there. And I think with this, there is something there. I hope we phrase this right as well.
Yeah, I do hope
maybe,
so.
I think representation is important to a degree, especially if you do it right. If you do it poorly, I'm gonna shit on the film anyway. So it makes no difference.
You don't gain any points.
But I think it could be a side plot to the film and actually add something to a relatively boring character. His character is so bland
I know what
that
you
by
mean.
adding this, it can layer him through his characterization and his choices and his motivations.
Yeah.
It's not just, oh, he's disabled.
No, I
it's
know
that
that's what you
that
mean.
itself changes someone's mindset.
Yeah.
And that changes the choices they might make compared to someone else who hasn't lived their life. I don't know. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there if you didn't. The Thing gonna come after you. You don't want that. Do they want that?
No.
You really don't. So just subscribe anyway to avoid that. I've been NarendraTheComic.
I've been Nonsensei.
She's been Nonsensei. You've been great. We'll see you next time. That's tomorrow. If you don't know, make a video every single day. Been doing it every day for over 1,000 days now. We ain't stopping until we get to 10,000 subscribers. So do subscribe. Pop back again tomorrow for some more quality shitty content, because we're hashtag never know here. Just how it goes. Also bring the bakwas. Bakwas means nonsense in Punjabi. We also bring that. Bring a lot. Bring a little. Do a lot. Do a little. But we do indeed bring the quality shitty content on a daily basis. So see you tomorrow. More of the same. Slightly different. But essentially the very same. once more. See you then. Skadoosh.